Hello everyone, welcome back. It's mid-March of 2024 and I thought I'd take you for a walk through the orchard and take a look at the pawpaw trees today just to kind of see how the buds are faring with this wild weather we've been having this spring. So this is NC1 pawpaw and the buds actually look about what they normally would look like at this time of year. It's interesting. Now we've only lived here, this is our 7th year, and the first pawpaw tree we planted was just a little pencil, so it's only been the last 2 or 3 years that I think I've really gotten to learn a lot about these trees and how they really behave and fruit and flower and so forth. We've had a lot of fruit off a couple of them, and we've had flowers on a few of them. And so last year we would have had, I think, 3 or 4 trees worth of fruit, even these small guys. But that late frost really got us, that May 18th frost. I mean, that's just crazy. That doesn't ever happen here. And so that's a little like outside the norm. But these are looking really good. But one of the things I've learned about them since we've started to get flower buds is they don't seem as affected as apples. Like apples just want to wake up and like flower immediately. Same with cherries. Cherries, like you get like 270-degree days and the cherries are opening in February if they could. These pawpaws, I think maybe it's because they're native to our area. They just kind of like just stay asleep, hang out. These won't even flower or fruit, or not fruit, but flower or bud out, until at least mid-May. They'll start to flower. Typically like May 15th to 30th around here, depending on what the spring has been like. And so they almost always miss the crazy freezes. And it is freeze, like not frost. 32 degrees, it could frost a little. That's not a problem. It's 28 and below for pawpaws too, I think. It's hard to find official information, so we're just kind of learning as we go. But in 2022, we ended up with a good 100 fruit on 2 different trees. This tree here I'm showing you, this is sunflower, and then the Shenandoah tree were the 2 that fruited for us so far, just because they're more mature. These buds are about the same in this part of the yard as the buds on the other side. Now I'm going to make this into a multi-grafted pawpaw this year, just for pollination, because this one is sort of alone over here and all the other pawpaws are in the different section of the yard. But we planted this one. It was like a little pencil we got from Starks when we first moved in here. Planted it in the spring of 2017, so it's been in the ground a long time. It's about 8 or 9 feet tall, but it's also probably 8 feet wide. It's a nice shaped tree, really nice snowball shape to it, and tons and tons of fruit buds. So this is a wound, actually. Kind of shows how tough these trees are. When this tree was young, I think it might have been like 2 years old. It was maybe like 2.5 feet tall. The person who plowed the neighbor's driveway, this is before we had our fence installed, plowed the snow over here into our yard because there was so much snow. And this poor little tree got bent in half and pretty much buried in the ice and snow. And I was like, I was so worried about it. Came out, dug it all out of the snow drift, stood it up, propped it up, and it certainly grew right out of that. So these are tough trees. They really are tough as nails. I think some people think they must be hard to grow because there's like a novelty factor, but they're a native plant. You get them going and they're going to just grow like crazy. So thank you for watching and taking the pawpaw tour with us, and soon we hope to make a video about grafting this guy to a multiple variety tree.